27-year-old techie Yuvraj Mehta drowned to death after his car fell into a nearly 70 feet deep drain in Sector 150 of Noida. This accident is reported to have been caused by a damaged boundary wall and extremely low visibility due to fog. After his car submerged, Yuvraj climbed on top of the roof of the car and screamed for help for nearly 2 hours. Even calling his father Raj Mehta during the ordeal, friends say Raj initially reached the wrong location but alerted the police once he found the correct spot where his son's car was. Now, despite all efforts, Yuvraj could not be rescued. His father, Kumar Mehta, recounts his son's harrowing final moments. He says Yuvraj screamed for help, saying, "Papa, save me," and despite his cries, no one stepped forward to help him. Friends and family have alleged civic negligence, even inaction by the police and rescue teams. A complaint has been lodged now, highlighting the broken boundary wall and demanding accountability from the builders. The question we are now posing to our guests today is, who is responsible? Is this just a case of civic apathy or the delay by the authorities who were responsible for Yuvraj's rescue? Let me quickly bring in my guests. I'm joined in by Arvind Kumar Jain, who's a former DGP of Uttar Pradesh. I'm also joined in by Aarti Agarwal, who's an author and citizen voice. Many thanks to you, Mr. Arvind Kumar Jain and Aarti, for joining in. Aarti, let me begin with you first. Given that there have been consistent complaints coming in from the RWA with no action taken against any of the builders, and especially in this particular site, as the delivery agent who was involved with the rescue efforts also highlighted that there was a truck which also got submerged some days ago, and yet no boundary wall, no reflectors. Do you think Yuvraj's death could have been averted?
Definitely. So, Akanksha, the question we need to ask is, why did this accident have to happen in the first place, just to bring up such a serious issue, which we know is a serious issue, not just in that particular sector, but in so many sectors in Noida and Greater Noida. Not to take away anything from this accident, but 1.5 years ago, my own car fell into an open drain and I was marginally saved because I just applied brakes just in time. So the entire car didn't go in. Then a few people pulled out the car, but I was able to be saved. Goodness. It was in the daytime and it was during rainfall. But the fact is that entire Gautam Buddha Nagar locality.
Did you receive timely
so
help when it came to the rescue?
No, it was in the daytime. So the people around me helped me. Right. And I did not really want to, put my life in the hands of rescue teams. As you can see, that this rescue effort did not seem to be in any way planned or thoughtful or even prepared for an eventuality like this. Now, we know that there is heavy fog in the morning and the night. We know that the person is in a pit. So why did the rescue teams not have any kind of equipment or any kind of proper aid for somebody who is drowning? Why did they not even bring proper lights, for example? Why did they not bring proper equipment for rescuing? So first of all, that pit should have been barricaded completely so nothing falls into it, especially such big vehicles. Secondly, why doesn't Noida authority monitor these kind of sites, and this kind of a barricade should have blocked entry from any road, from any side, if that pit is open?
Absolutely.
So the point remains that, there are multiple authorities involved in this, along with the builders and along with the rescue teams which reached there late and still couldn't rescue a person in spite of hearing him shout. So this is complete failure of the system at many levels. And we do not need somebody to be in that extreme situation to bring up this question, to bring up this kind of a serious threat to citizen lives. This is like playing with citizens' lives.
Arvind Kumar Jain, I want to quickly bring you in, sir. Questions are being raised, not just with regards to civic apathy, also over the delay in the rescue mission, but also who owes accountability over here? As Aarti was highlighting, you have multiple authorities to be questioned here. To begin with, the Noida Civic Authority over here, in terms of why wasn't there adequate boundary or the reflectors provided. Then you also have the delayed rescue. In fact, let me just quote the timing to you. The rescue teams arrive at 2:30 a.m. and till 3:20 a.m. they were not inside the pit. Many of them, in fact, said that they do not know how to swim.
Yes, I have also read about it, that they said that they don't know how to swim. Actually, The police force deployed at police station, only a few of them know swimming. It is not compulsory for policemen, but it's a very unfortunate incident which has taken place in Noida. And I think Noida authority should take cognizance of it. We don't have such teams stationed 24 hours at control room or someplace which can conduct such a rescue operation, because only a swimmer cannot conduct this rescue. He has to be trained for that. He has to have support of other people also, of cranes and ropes and other things, which were obviously not there. It's a very, very
So the
unfortunate incident.
NDRF and the fire department were also involved, and it's
Yeah, yeah,
unfortunate that
yes,
a delivery agent was the first one to
yes,
dive in.
yes, because it was actually visibility was very, very poor. I am told at that time. His car was not visible. He was shouting for help. Very, very unfortunate that his father was also there. His father was also monitoring it, but he couldn't be saved. Body could be taken out only after 6 o'clock in the morning, and all the concerning people were there. They should have rescued. They should have had the wherewithal to rescue, to conduct rescue operation. That is what is required from them. But I think mainly Noida authority should take cognizance of such places.
Exactly.
Huge pit which was dug 70 feet deep, and with a broken boundary wall, as you have said, that there were no reflectors on the road. Very, very unfortunate.
Aarti Agarwal, I want to bring you in quickly on that note. As a resident of Noida myself, and having a studio which is very much located in the heart of the Noida, Greater Noida Expressway, we've in fact been privy to the kind of rapid urbanization that is currently taking place at this entire stretch. Yet no adequate action is being taken, especially when it comes to sort of ensuring the safety of these under construction sites. And what we are being told, that this particular site in 150, which was being looked after by Lotus Greens as well, was an abandoned site.
So the problem is that there are so many flyovers and roads and other things which are being broken, which are being constructed, and other kinds of residential societies. A lot is going on in Noida to sort of promote development. But what kind of infrastructure do we even have that, it is crumbling, that you don't even have basic safety measures, basic barricading, basic lighting is missing. Like the fact that there is fog is not something surprising. It is peak winter time. There will be fog. So why aren't these construction sites being monitored and being prepared so that these accidents do not happen? That is the job of these, authorities. So they are just simply not doing their job. This is not so complicated as we always make it out to be. If everybody was doing their job, such accidents wouldn't happen. There should be proper barricading. There should be proper signage. There should be, basically a wall so that even a vehicle which may have had an accident on the road doesn't accidentally go and fall into the drain or into the pit or something. And there are so many open drains all over Noida. Now, this is a pit, but there are so many huge open drains all over Noida which are completely open. Like there's no, even a jali or anything on top of it. So these are like, death traps which have been set up all over Noida, and we cannot claim that infrastructure is improving or that we are growing.
And
or
that's a very
Viksit
interesting
Bharat
point you
with,
have right now raised,
this.
because I want to quickly bring in Arvind Kumar Jain on that note. Mr. Jain, remember whenever there's a comparison when it comes to Delhi NCR, Noida is always touted as being, one of the top places in Delhi NCR when it comes to infrastructure, especially when comparisons are drawn with Gurugram as well. But can Noida's infrastructure be in fact credited without keeping these under construction sites in point of view? Because as Aarti is rightly highlighted, Noida is also becoming notorious for these open drains, uncovered garbage. You go and reach out to any of these RWAs and they'll come up with a list of troubles.
Yes, you are correct. People have grievances. RWAs have their own genuine problems, and civic sense in Noida needs to be improved. The Noida authority should take care of all these sites, and the builder should have been held responsible. As Aarti ji has said, survey should take place of all such sites in Noida, so that action is taken on each and every point, so that no valuable life is lost in the future.
Mr. Jain, apart from action being taken by the civic authorities, what is your understanding and assessment of, say, nighttime rescue efforts of say, incidents like this that has just happened?
I would like to say that police is not trained to conduct such rescue operations on their own. SDRF teams have to come, NDRF teams have to come, fire service teams have to be there, and
but they were part of yesterday's effort, and yet nothing could be managed.
Yes, you are right, but they couldn't locate him. I'm told that delivery man also tried, but he couldn't locate. By the time they jumped in and tried to rescue, he was missing. I think he was already dead by that time. A very unfortunate incident. What else can I say? And such incidents shouldn't be repeated anywhere in the country.
Aarti, your thoughts? Do you think it's high time that audits be introduced for these under construction sites as well?
Yes, definitely there should be audits and monitoring, with cameras or some better equipment. There's nothing right now. And even the audits are not done with that kind of a due diligence as they should be done. We know that there is corruption at every level of this particular industry, the construction industry. And as far as the rescue efforts are concerned, my 2 cents on that would be that we need better preparations and infrastructure and thinking in, for what kind of infrastructure would be required for different kind of accidents if people are in danger. This one accident happened yesterday or today morning, but what if there is somebody else in danger? We don't have anything like a 911 in our country, and that is a very sad state of affairs. If somebody is in serious threat or danger or in a difficult situation, what can they do other than call the police for help? Or they are not in a place to actually do too much. So we should have some kind of infrastructure, some kind of a helpline, some kind of support for different kinds of situations other than maybe fire in a building. And this is very basic.
I think that's a very critical point that you have right now raised. Arvind Kumar Jain, sir, your thoughts on that suggestion or recommendation that she's made? I mean, time and again, we keep receiving forms from the RWA sent over by the Noida Development Authority with regards to who is residing in a permanent residence versus who is in a rented accommodation. All of that is taken into consideration. They have time to entertain all of that information. But when it comes to addressing the grievances that the RWAs are sharing, in this case, an under construction site being left unattended, to even perhaps increasing lighting on these expressways, given the rapid urbanization that's taking place at the expressway, and the fog and smog is already becoming a burgeoning concern for all of Delhi and NCR. Mr. Jain, your closing thoughts?
You are absolutely correct. Some mechanism should be there. Noida authority is expected to redress the grievances of RWA people. Even I live in a RWA, and even we have certain issues, but they are not handled by local Nagar Nigam or by LDA people at Lucknow. So that problem is there. Noida authority is a very, very big authority, a very rich authority, and it should concentrate on such aspects so that there is no repeat in future of such an incident. Memorandum is being submitted by his father to Noida authority, and I think Noida authority should form a committee and should start taking immediate action on such places.
We do hope that our plea is in fact considered by Noida authority, because just an FIR against the builders is not going to suffice. It should be a wake-up call for this overall nexus, the dirty underbelly of real estate that is also thriving in Noida. Many thanks to you, Arvind Kumar Jain and Aarti Agarwal, for joining in on this discussion.